Jazzy and Tuomas.
Hey.
Finally together after a 3.5 year long distance relationship.
Yeah.
3.5 years, yeah, right?
You got it right.
Okay, good. He's normally good at remembering that. I am not good at all at remembering that. So yeah, after going through the airport, going through customs and everything, and finally getting our lives here in Finland settled, we figured gotta start the YouTube up again. Gotta talk about all those fun sides of our lives, which actually inspired this week's video. So we're gonna talk about kind of like cultural differences, specifically in the bachelor parties, because if you follow my Instagram or TikTok, you know that he got kidnapped this week.
I did. I had no idea that was gonna happen. And apparently she didn't either.
I knew 30 minutes before it actually went down, which I'm glad that I at least got that amount of time notice, because it was fun, like working with your brother and your best friends, like planning all that. Like we're within that 30 minutes of like, oh, make sure he's packed, make sure he's dressed. Like, well, I didn't need to make sure you were packed, but
Yeah, you packed for me.
yeah. But just like keeping the whole thing a surprise, because in the US, I feel like bachelor parties are so different. Like everyone is kind of aware what's going on, and like bride and groom are both aware, and because US culture is so much Instagram or like taking pictures or recordings of things that are going on, it's just very different in contrast with the Finnish one, because they took your phone away from you.
Yeah, like, that's not really something I expected either. I was like, what am I gonna do now? I can like, first of all, I can't like even let her know like I'm safe, what she wanted to know. So I made my brother text you either, and I was like, it's gonna be so sad that she's not gonna get any pictures from here.
we have to go back.
Yeah.
But what were some of the things like y'all did during your bachelor party? Like, I mean, without, like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah,
but like,
absolutely. But so yeah, they came here to this apartment to get me, and we got into the car, and well, we went to eat first, which I didn't know until we got there. I went to have some kebab, which is like,
I'm glad they fed you.
yeah,
Because we didn't eat.
true. And then after that, they put a blindfold on me. They took me to a sex store and they gave me like 20 euros. I had to buy something from there. And after that, they took me to the place where there was like sauna and facilities to cook and have fun. Not really facilities to sleep, actually.
It was or wasn't?
It wasn't. But we got creative.
Oh god.
And yeah, during those 2 days, we went to the sauna for 7 or 8 times. I swam in the Baltic Sea. The water was it was about 10 degrees Celsius, which is in Fahrenheit.
Like 30?
No, it's more than 30, like 45.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. I had this board game, or like they made me take that, and we played that.
Duel of Ages.
It's very well known. We played some card. They made me eat surströmming, which in English is like rotten herring.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Wonderful.
in Swedish apparently it's like a huge delicacy, but in Finland it's mostly just a way to laugh on the Swedes, and as a thing to do that. bachelor parties, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like our bachelor parties aren't. I mean, our bachelor parties in the US are pretty wild. Especially like if you've ever seen like The Hangover. Like I think that's probably like the greatest odyssey of a bachelor party, but it's still. This one was comparable for me.
Yeah.
And like culturally, it was hard for both of us because again, just got settled into the apartment here in Finland, and we had like plans to do that this whole week. Had plans for just getting life started here, and had no money because I don't have a bank account here. So like for both of us, it was really kind of stressful at first, but like I'm glad he had fun, and then I hung out with some of the girls, or one of the girlfriends of his friends, and another girl that grew up with them. So like I had people, thankfully, but it was a whirlwind of emotions. Like I was so anxious at first, but I had to like learn to put my anxiety about not being prepared for where I'm at to the side and just focus on like, you know, I want him to have fun. Like it's just hard, especially during COVID times, to see all your friends like that. So the happiness from that and like seeing how happy you were to see all your friends in the apartment was made up for like the anxiety that I felt.
I'm glad. Yeah. But for me too, when I heard that you're gonna like hang out with the girls, like made me feel better because I knew like you would be all by yourself there.
Yeah.
Or here.
Yeah. It was fun. Like for me too. Like I had a lot of fun with girls. Woo.
So I guess, you know, what we learned from all this is that things are gonna happen, and you're gonna do well if you can like adapt.
Yeah. Especially like with closing the distance or expat life in general, you're going to have so many situations that come up where you're out of your element, and a lot of times you're gonna have to accept it and say, this is a cultural thing that I have to accept. But like at the same time, it's good for you and your partner to talk about these things afterwards as well, because they're not going to know how you're feeling unless you open up and talk to them about it. And it made me happy later on to hear Tuomas' side and how, you know, worried he was for me too. And I think because you're able to talk about those fears and worries that we both had, like it made the situation a lot more fun in hindsight, rather than if he wasn't to share his feelings with me and then I would be left feeling like, you know, very in a corner, like I feel this type of way, me, like I think talking about it helped get rid of any of those like false narratives I could have had in my head about the situation. So yeah. Thanks for talking about it with me.
It was fun.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. Well, if you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel. We plan on doing weekly videos just talking about cultural differences between Finland and the US, and other like long distance relationship, closing the distance tips in between, and you might even get to see me ruin Karelian pies in the future. Get excited, get hyped, because it's gonna happen. Alright, well, thanks for watching. If you have had any cultural differences with your partner, let me know in the comments below. We'll love to hear from y'all. Have a good one. Bye.